Look over here.
What? Whatever do you mean? Someone. Oh, I'm backwards. Jeez. What?
Someone is back
again.
I like the ginger mange of this podcast. I return whenever I want.
Yeah. I pretty much. Or the Jorgeous.
It's muggy out here.
Because short. Because you are
I'm
short.
5'8".
You're short.
Short.
Yeah. Just like
delete it short.
Delete it short.
Delete
Anyway.
it tiny.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series, where we are diving into the looks from episode 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 10, Tournament of All-Stars. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. Thank you. The intro hasn't changed, so don't you worry. Today, I am back representing the Coke Zero girlies. The Coke Zero girly regime has returned. I'm drinking Coke Zero today because I needed a little bit of caffeine boost. One of the companies I'm supporting, even though they're not great, but I recognize that they're not great, and
it's hard.
It's hard. It's difficult. I get it. I'm supporting things in other ways, and I recognize
I'm
that.
not one of those girls that knows how to make homemade Coke. Either type.
I don't either. Either way. But speaking of, I don't know how to make homemade cup mugs either. But you can order yours or any of our other beautiful cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Link is in
Unless you're in Brazil.
Below. Unless you're in Brazil, yes. We do ship domestically within North America and allegedly internationally to most countries, apparently unless you're in Brazil. So there are no excuses unless you're in Brazil. I'm so sorry, Brazilians. We're trying. We're really trying. So go get your merch. We really appreciate it. Brazilians, again, I'm sorry. And I'm going to hate it because Brazil is coming, and I'm gonna have to apologize to the Brazilians all season.
But I will explain. I will say when we do that it's customs and it's not us and whatever, because I am, the
it's Brazilian customs. It has nothing to do with the Brazilian people who we love so fiercely.
Come to Brazil.
Come to Brazil.
The cup mugs won't.
No.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on The Cup. And today, because it is a day podcast for me, I am drinking still some coffee, all of my coffee actually, that I just made. And I am drinking some water from my Eeyore mug. And I just realized how crazy it is that I'm drinking water out of a mug and coffee out of a cup.
I love that.
It's very
unique and different.
Unique and different for River today.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting angles.
Interesting angular movements.
Mm-hmm.
Esme's an OG from the interesting angular movement era. Oh. And as if she needed a better introduction.
It's me, Esme, the podcast equivalent of their DL situationship that shows up whenever the fuck they want.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm drinking water out of a cup mug.
Yay! Esme! What the fuck are you doing here?
So, a lot happened. A lot happened in my life.
So what happened was?
What happened was Psych Ward, Maid of Honor, and became an aunt.
Great!
So, beginning, middle, and end.
Love it. I mean, I'm just happy to see your beautiful shining face here today. To talk
I'm
about
medicated now, somewhat.
Oh, same.
Lovely.
Relatable.
I need to switch my shit around, but
that's a conversation for not on the internet. But we're here to talk about some beautiful, fabulous, and lovely looks here on episode 5 of All Stars 10. So we are going to dive into those looks here today. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And y'all, we are giving you feature-length film episode recaps at this point. And you're welcome, because we're bringing you the guests, we're bringing you the drag queens, we're bringing you the entertainment. If you've not checked out our episode 5 recap with the dumbest bitch alive, Perla, go check it out. It is the single most chaotic podcast I have ever filmed. And I filmed a lot with this one down here. But
and, it was probably good that we were not in the same room, because it would have been 2 hours longer.
It would have been, much longer. But no, Perla is an angel. We love her so fiercely. Go support Perla. Go support all the girls we've had on the show so far. We've
Michaela
got
was
several
on recently.
We had Michaela on last week. We had Helena on the week before, and we had John Feliaga from Drag Race Philippines on for the premiere. So make sure to go support all the girls we've had on so far. We've got several many guests planned for the weeks to come, so stay tuned for those as well. And make sure to check out the description below, where you can find our audio podcast links, as well as our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, merch link. All those are in the description below. You can follow us. Our social media links are down in the description below as well. We're trying to hit 1,000 new subscribers across all 4 of our channels by the end of the year. So definitely make sure to subscribe. Even if you're not watching content on our other channels, just go hit the subscribe button. It'll hurt. We appreciate it. Come on now. It doesn't do you any harm. So thanks. Appreciate it. But
we thank you.
But with that being said, I believe that we should go to the runway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And RuPaul is looking like RuPaul.
Girl. When I saw this, I was like, finally, mother, thank you. I love this.
I love the one leg.
love it. The lining of it being a different, like, kind of up, like the different, it's so good. The shoe, everything is perfect. I love it. I think this is my favorite, and Ru has been looking great this season. I'll be honest.
She's only had 1 miss this season for me.
1 miss. Yeah. First 3 episodes, 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then last episode, we don't need to talk about it. And now 8 again.
I don't remember last episode, so that tells you something.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. But I think this I even wrote a note of getting this picture and putting on my maybe for best Ru look of the year.
Oh, wow. Okay,
I love it.
All right.
Not last week.
And Michelle with the like darker, similar, like also animal print. The matching it's so good. I love it.
So good.
This is great. I also love the lip that Ru has that like kind of matches the inner lining of the inner lining.
When have we seen Ru in a brown lip? Like, I don't remember the last time we've seen Ru in a brown lip, and I'm like, I want more brown lip from Ru. Like, it looks gorge on her.
Brown lip, stunning.
Absolutely.
She looks great in like warmer tones with her makeup and hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Raven's really doing a great job. Like, there's something Raven's doing this season where Ru almost seems a little softer in the makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not minding that shift a little bit at all. Because 17 and All Stars 9, we got a little bit more of that like severe RuPaul. And I do like severe RuPaul. But we're getting softer RuPaul this season, and I'm really not all that mad at it.
No, I like both of them for different reasons.
I do. Absolutely. And Michelle, like y'all said, Michelle in the complementary but different animal prints here, like, Ru and Michelle don't always coordinate, but in this case, I just love that they do.
And when they do, it's always a hit for me.
100%.
And it made sense with the theme of the runway, because they said they heard horror, animal. Hello, leg.
Exactly.
Leg. What's on the menu?
Leg. This is another good, like, Michelle hosting look. Like, I can see Michelle hosting Down Under in this look too.
True.
Like, she's killing it here. Love Love these two.
Gorge.
Love these two. And because of these two as well, like this might be up there for me as far as best dressed panel of the year right now, because Ross looks good, but we gotta talk about Miss Chapel motherfucking Roan up in here.
We gotta talk about Chapel Roan, and there's a bitch on Twitter that annoyed the fuck out of me with this look, talking about this look. She was like, she's appealing to the male gaze. I'm like, hello?
Where?
Hello? Do you know who she is? This is...
I will say, I like it because it's camp. Like, I love this choice. I love that she did this. Do I think it looks good?
That's a good question.
Right.
But I think...
But I love it. I don't care that
it
it doesn't look good.
I think it's intentionally...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is something like what she wanted to look like and wanted to come out and it really does like feel like a good piece together that like even if it's like not so like elegant, it's really good in a different in the campy way and the
And she said this was
she looks beautiful.
Oh yeah. She said this was a look that like she had dreamed of putting together. Like I read her Instagram post about it last night. She was like, this is a dream look that I got to put together for this. And like, if for nothing else, I'm happy she got to do this for herself. And I don't care what anyone else thinks about it, frankly. Because she loved every moment of it. And if she's going to have her moment on Drag Race, I live for it.
Let her have her moment. Like, let her have her cake and eat it too.
Absolutely. And I live. And I absolutely live for it. So, does she look a mess? Yes, but I absolutely love that she looks a mess because, yeah. And the hilarious Ross Matthews looks good.
Yeah,
looks good.
I like the feather detailing.
Me too.
Yeah.
How short is Chapel Roan?
5'6".
Okay. She's in some heels and was like still not as tall as Ross, I think, in this. But she's also leaning.
Yeah. I think there's also some proportionizing in the photo as well. So it's clear she is a few feet in front of Ross as well in this photo. You can tell. So it's fine. But category is Little Shop of Whores, but also just should have been called Little Shop of Horticulture.
Yeah.
What is horticulture? Remember
what the fuck?
Rest in peace.
What the fuck is horticulture? Oh, Jiggly.
I just love her.
Jiggly.
So many iconic moments.
Love you, Jiggly. Yeah. The category should have just been called "What the fuck is horticulture?"
Right. And I will say, I did like this runway overall. I don't think anyone did bad. Nobody looked bad.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think. But coming from Susie Toot doing a Little Shop look, a really good one, just last month, it's like,
yeah.
Damn.
I know she was at home.
The timing.
Like, damn, why couldn't I?
Literally. But let's dive into our runways. First up, Tinta Burnter.
Tinta.
Esme, let's start with you.
So I love the headpiece. I love that like it has the little, almost like widow, like peak thing coming down with the flower. I love the top half, and I don't fully love how the petals are falling, but that's just a construction thing and maybe it's just the movement in this particular photo.
Yeah, this is mid transformation as well.
Right. But beyond that, I really like the color on her. I think for me, she has been really cool, like stepping out of what I've saw with her runways last time she was on the show. And I didn't know what to expect with her runway wise, but I've been really liking what she has been doing, which is why she won the design challenge. And I think this is another really well crafted look. I love the glove. The my favorite piece is definitely my favorite part is definitely the wig and the headpiece.
Oh, I agree with you on that. I the headpiece with the wig is my favorite part. I do like this overall, but there are in the concept as well, especially after she talked about it on the runway and explained the look that it was for her mom and all of that, the story behind it. I will start with what I didn't like though, which is before the reveal. I get the idea when she explained like the whole concept, but it looked like a tampon low key. Like before, like the white when she looked like a tampon. Like it was,
Sure.
But this is I like this. This the dress is beautiful. There are small things though. I wish she would have either cinched the waist a little bit more or padded a little more, just to give it just a little bit more on the hip. I wanted. And also maybe have the darker pink on the outside and the white, the like lighter pink on the inside, just for lighting and like proportion, because it does make her look whiter than she actually is when you have the lighter color on the outside. Like I don't get it, especially because it's painted like this. But then why wouldn't you play with the like? You know what I mean?
I know it's based off the flower, but you could switch the.
Yeah.
And it would still read.
I wish she had, or maybe have like just do the same thing, but just like right where it shapes her, have a darker pink line.
Yeah.
Like just on the around the shape, so it wouldn't be like the light on. But anyway, that's like it's like small things for me, but that make a big difference when you look at it, especially from far away. But I did love the detail of doing like the boot on the same color of like the green on the flower, like the just the attention to detail that she put on this. It's a very good look from Tina.
Yes,
I was very happy to see her. She turned it. She turned it.
Yeah. In this case, I think she did. She turned it and she burned it. To reference our dear Perla here. I loved this. I think the sentiment to her mother as well, and hearing everything about it, both on the runway and in Untucked, was absolutely gorgeous. The headpiece here, it's so simple, but it's so gorgeously done. She's her inspiration as well as the Stargazer Lily, and then looking at the actual reference, I think she's very spot on with it. I loved that she had the reveal element, because I think she's the only person that really had, other than the big obvious reveal person. We'll talk about Kerri at the end, obviously. But I think other than the big obvious reveal, I think she had the most successful reveal situation. I thought her reveal was really successful. Construction-wise, I think the gown is really great. I wish she was nipped in just a little bit more. I would have liked a little bit more shape in the actual garment itself. I do love the way that the petals fall. I agree with you about all of the green detailing that she's got going on throughout the garment. In the petals, in the shoe especially, like y'all said, I love that detailing as well. Tina's so smart. Tina's an absolute icon in the drag industry. She's been doing it for 25 years at this point, I think. Like she's up there. She's been doing it for a long fucking time. So she knows what the fuck she's doing. 26? I wouldn't surprise me. But
it's polished, right? Like it's
polished. It's what we didn't necessarily get from her first time on Drag Race. So I'm so beyond thrilled that this is the Tina Burner we're getting this time on Drag Race. Yes. It's not a perfectly executed garment, but I think it's a very, very good job, all things considered.
For sure.
And the sentiment with the little letter from her mom at the start before the reveal, that killed me as well. I loved every bit of it. So, job well done, Tina.
It told a story.
The story was there. The execution was there. Gorgeous. Scores.
Do you want to start, Logan?
Yeah, I'll start just because you haven't been here for a minute, so I get it. I'm gonna give Tina Burner a 90.
Okay. I gave her an 83.
I'll give her an 87. All very similar.
That's how it tends to be here, but yes.
Well,
Next
except when David is here, but anyway.
Except when
Love you, David.
Well, David ain't here anymore. So
Well,
next up, Jorgeous. And as we talked about in the recap, this is Marco, and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
River, let's start with you then.
Okay. So I was
go.
thinking before we started, I was looking at my scores, my comments, because I just took my notes and I didn't score. And then when I was looking at it to score, I was like, yesterday I said that Jorgeous was my favorite look. But then I watched the runway again and I was like, I changed my mind. And I love it when that happens, but I did change my mind. So disclaimer, Jorgeous was not my favorite look of the week. It's my second favorite. I still love it, but we'll get to my favorite later. This is a great look. It is so well made. It fits both things like on a theme, because it is little shop, but it's also horror, so I love it. And I think the thing that made me love this look so much was the hair. I was just like so mesmerized and obsessed with this hair that like the hair made me just say like, oh, this is my favorite. I live. Not that it's not great, but like I think that was the thing. But this is so good and it's so Jorgeous. It looks expensive. Like it's just, this is what I was waiting to see from Jorgeous when she came back on All Stars last time, and she's bringing it now, and I'm excited to see it. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this look is, it's, I was worried going into this season to see whether Jorgeous had the elevation, had the, whether there was going to be a glow up from her between All Stars 9 and All Stars 10. I'm happy to see that there is actually, there is a little bit of elevation in the drag. And, I'm really happy to see it. This look is gorgeous. I absolutely love every single bit of this look. It's a bodysuit. It's a catsuit situation, but done in such a gorgeous way. The cutouts and the thighs are really, really good. All of the Venus flytrap detailing all around the arms and everything like that. It's art is what it is for me. I love the hair that brings it back into this like Jorgeous kind of energy here. All of the exposed skin is so good. I just think it's a really strong look from Jorgeous. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. This might be one of my favorite looks that she's walked down the runway in. This is really, really, really well constructed. I love the pink on the underside of the heels. That was a really, really smart and deliberate choice. The way that the Venus flytrap spine part curls up around the leg is really, really just.
Ooh, someone agrees.
She's talking to our dog.
I live.
But I'm loving how it's really organically shaped, I feel like, but also really thought out and it methodical in the same way. It feels kind of like when you see those buildings and stuff that have plants crawling up the sides of them, it feels like that, but in a very, very intentional way where there's nothing that's misplaced on this fit.
Yeah, it's like the details, it's fit to her perfectly. It's wild. It's so good.
It's incredible. Scores.
Mock-up is full.
Should I go first?
Oh,
you go. Okay. I was like, do you want? Okay, you're good. Okay, full. Period.
All right.
I'm gonna give this a 95.
93. Next up, Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. And here's what I'm going to say about Miss Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia. I think girl, keep the cactus on. Because I actually think the cactus dress here is gorgeous. I love the cactus dress. All of this airbrush detailing on the cactus dress is stunning.
Mhm.
She came out and I said, this is so different for Nicole, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I love the flower over the eye. I thought that was so cool. Having the whole head covering, the hip placement. I do agree with what Perla was saying in the recap as well. The hips could have been a little bit higher, but even that, like, I wasn't honestly upset with this because I was like, it's a different shape for Nicole. I really enjoyed it. I was like, oh my God, Nicole looks so good. And then she took the dress off.
And she took it off.
And I will say this. I think the bodysuit underneath is a good looking white stoned bodysuit with her makeup detailing. It wasn't bad, but I was a little like, oh, okay.
That should have been her coming back to lip sync look.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Because it wasn't bad. I agree with you. Like, I agree with most of what you said. Like, when I liked it when it came out, I agreed. The hips, like you said, it is fine like this. It's not horrible, but it would have looked much better if the hips were placed higher.
Yes.
And one small thing that I just noticed, actually, when you mentioned the flowers, is I do love the addition of the flower on the eye and on one of the hips, but I wish it was one on either side, because they're both on her left side, our right side. So I wish it was
like, I like that it's not like flowers on both hips and flower, like, and then it's not
right. It's one, like, one
I
in the
wish
top
it
and
was
one more here. Yeah.
asymmetrical, or I guess it's but it was more like scattered in the.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also wish that snake that she had around her was maybe a little thicker. Like, I know that snakes are like there are many different types of snakes, but like, just for the runway, I wish it was just like if you're gonna go with the snake, just go with a big snake, or just don't do it at all, because it wasn't needed. I don't think
drag up the
this
snake
skinny
too.
one. Yeah. But yeah, everything else I agree with you, Logan. The dress is actually beautiful, and I love that she did a look without before she revealed, but like without the hair, like just like with like a full cover.
Yes,
it was so different for her.
She posted this on this part on her Instagram, and like that's where you can really see the details in that, and that is, and like the side like lace up part in like.
On the thigh? Yeah, that's beautiful. Like, the dress is so beautiful. I don't know why she took it off. Like, girl, it's so nice.
And like, I like the spikes that were under the hip part, as well. You can't fully see in this photo.
And on the head. Too.
On the head, yes, as well, and the shoulders, I believe.
And the shoulders.
Which I think there were some on the shoulders. I can't remember.
Scores.
River.
80.
Because I really enjoy the cactus dress, I'm giving Nicole an 87 because I really enjoy the cactus dress.
80 as well.
Also, we talked about how we didn't think Nicole was corseted. She actually is corseted. I went back and looked when I pulled the screenshots. In the white bodysuit, she is actually corseted. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize Nicole corseted. Work.
I just don't think she pads, right?
She doesn't
pad, no. She doesn't need to. She looks great.
She's got body, so she don't need to. But I don't think she corseted last week. But she did corset this.
Oh, with the swimsuit, yeah.
With the swimsuit, I don't think she did, but with this look, she did, and I was like, okay, work, Nicole, good, love it. And also, I am going to say,
before we move on, the different makeup.
I was about to say the different makeup.
Yes,
she elevated the makeup, and I was like, I appreciate getting the and no one brought it up, no one brought it up.
They literally asked for it last week, and then she did it, and they said nothing.
Don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off. They are playing in her face.
And so are the queens. But that's a
conversation. Well, we talked about it.
I know. I know.
We did.
But yes, we're going to give you your shout out here, Nicole. Love the elevated makeup, but we also love your soft and femme makeup as well.
And we love you.
We love you.
Period.
Yeah.
Come on the pod, Nicole.
Come on
We'd
the
love to
pod.
have you. That would be the ultimate for me. I would.
Iconic,
cry.
legendary.
I would cry.
That would be amazing.
That'd be incredible. But next up, Lydia Butthole Kollins.
Okay. I like the dress. I like this overall, and I do try to keep in mind the time that she had less time to prepare. And she made this. So like it's still great. To me, this is something that is very much, we could have seen this in her original season. And that's the only thing for me. I like this. I think there's nothing wrong about it. It's just, I don't see much of an elevation and a difference from what she was giving us on season 17. And that's the reason why I was like, I like Lydia and I'm excited to see more of her, but I wish she would have waited a little bit longer to come back. Because it's just like, even though I like what she's giving, it's just like, it's not, it could have been so much better. You know what I mean? It's just, I'm always thinking that. So yeah, I think it's good. It's simple and effective. Like it fits the theme, but it's nothing really too exciting for me, I don't think. But she looks great.
And for me as well, like I love the dress, but if it was, there's pictures without the vines, it doesn't.
The hand.
Yeah, in the vine of the hand,
Mm-hmm.
and it just feels like a little bit less to the theme, but that's obviously it's still part of the fit. But I just wish it was like taken onto the dress a little bit more. Like that maybe some like vines were wrapping around the dress or something. Or like wrapping around the hair.
Right, like a little, like some like she has on the other side, not the one with the teeth, but like the other side. If she incorporated that like more on the top part of the look, yeah, for sure.
Like just bringing those extra details in a little bit more, but I'm also like, you had like 4 days to get ready, like,
yeah.
And this is still a really stellar look, and she made it, like.
Yeah. I definitely think there's some, there's a few things that could have been tweaked. Ultimately, I do agree with that for sure. I think the reinterpretation of Audrey 2 here is what really is selling me with this look overall. I like that she took it as, oh, I've become one with the Audrey 2 and now like I'm controlling it. Like I like that reinterpretation of the narrative.
Like a puppet, because she does that kind of.
Exactly, like puppeteering is part of like her situation. So I really love having that kind of be part of her gig here.
And it's a great one to be able to incorporate that puppeteering skill that she has. Exactly.
And especially knowing what we got from season 17 as well, and that like the whole Audrey 2 thing was something that Susie did. And then now to see Lydia kind of reinterpret it in this like they're two sides of the same coin of like good and evil sides of Audrey 2. Like I really like that, those two sides, and knowing that they're really good friends as well. Like I love those two sides of it. We talked about it in the recap as well, but the way that she flipped the velvet here to get like maximum shine off of the garment as well is so stunning. The detail work could have been improved, but overall, I'm not mad at this from Lydia whatsoever.
No.
I love this.
This is a really, really good look.
Yeah, the playing with the fabric, that was so smart to give it like
really
texture. Yeah.
She's really smart and has a really good eye for fashion, like how to bring things and elevate things in like ways that like seem simple but are really, really calculated.
Effective.
Yeah.
And also is like very her, and she has like a strong point of view and like aesthetic, and just like it's Lydia.
And that's why I think she was the right person. If someone from 17 was going to come back immediately, I think that's why it was Lydia.
Not Joella.
No. I think that's why it's Lydia here, because is there a huge elevation from what we saw from season 17? No. But does she know exactly who she is, the brand she's giving, and
who was
can
expecting
she
a huge
put
elevation
things
from season 17, right?
exactly? But can she put things together in a way that she's going to clearly and concisely convey her point of view? And in this format, that's exactly what you need to do. And I think Lydia is the person to convey that in this kind of format for Tournament of All-Stars, and I absolutely love it.
One of the things about Lydia and her looks is, like, if you were to put them on a mannequin, if you were to put, like, her looks on a mannequin, you could tell that they were from the same person. You could tell that they were from Lydia. If you know Lydia and her drag, you'd be like, okay, that's something that Lydia made.
Exactly. She's one of the most unique artists we've had on Drag Race in a really long time, and I'm actually really excited that we've gotten kind of the dichotomy of the season 17 version of Lydia versus the All-Stars 10 version of Lydia, because I think we are kind of seeing a little bit of two sides of the same coin, even though there hasn't been a lot of growth. We're getting a deeper dive into the butthole, and I really do enjoy that. So
We know.
Yeah.
I do.
We know you love a deep butthole. Oh.
That's
deep
Corey's
dive.
job. That's Corey's job. I'm gonna let Corey have that one. So, scores. I gave her a 90.
Oh, okay. I gave her an 82.
I gave her an 87.
Next up, Mistress Isabelle Bowser. I'm so sorry, Brooks.
Yes. See, I knew when I watched it that it reminded me of something, and then yesterday during the recap, Perla said it, and I was like, yes, thank you.
The Jinx Monsoon look?
And I can't...
Not Jinx Monsoon, the Ginger Midge look?
No, I can't unsee it. No, because she said it looked like Bowser because of the spikes. And I was like, you know what? Yes, but now that you said it, it's like Ginger Minge's look mixed with Bowser. And, okay.
It's like Ginger Midge's look had a Pokemon evolution.
The frog evolved, and now it evolved into a frog cactus, and now that is what Mistress is presenting on the runway today. Yes.
I will say what I like about it. I like the color combination. I like her shape looks great here. If you remove the spikes, if you just see like her shape on the bodysuit that she's wearing, the shape looks great. Her mug on point always. And I do like the pink fabric, like the pink details that she has, like all of that that's my favorite part of the look. And it fits the theme. You know, she fit the brief. Does it look good aesthetically? Not to me, not in my opinion. I don't particularly like it, but it is well constructed. So, you know, it's a polished, well-made look, you know. It's just I don't like looking at it.
That's fair. I like the garment as is. I think the garment, there's something very graphic about it that I'm really positively responding to here. The spikes are really cool. I love all of this neon yellow lining going on in the catsuit. A lot of that, like the garment itself, I'm really responding positive. Like, this is the kind of drag I would do. Like, this is very akin to the kinds of things, like the more graphic stuff, the nerdier kind of stuff. Like this
feels very comic book in a really good way. It feels like a comic.
Absolutely. It's very like anime leaning, and it's very unique and different from Mistress. And I will say I appreciate her. And she even said it. I appreciate her stepping out of her box and doing something different. This is not something we've ever seen from Mistress. So
I would have seen this. I wouldn't have it without Mistress's face in it. I wouldn't have guessed that it was Mistress.
Oh,
exactly. No. Yeah. With that being said, I actually think the things that I dislike the most are the parts that Mistress has added to it, unfortunately. I don't really love the wig that she's added, only because the wig is kind of this like red tone, and I don't like that specific shade of red that she's added with the pink going on in the outfit. I just think it's
especially because they're right next to each other.
And it's a cool toned red wig where everything else in the garment, like the greens and the yellows and the pinks, are all warm tone. And if you're looking at color theory, like I want the whole outfit to feel warm.
Yeah, they're all more neon-y colors, and then it's
exactly. And then you're getting like this cool tone makeup and hair.
Like you're getting like color... this kind of red that I have on
exactly.
This
exactly. Like I wanted something. Like, I appreciate Mistess for doing something out of her comfort zone. I just wish the overall execution felt a little bit stronger for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this. There's some things I like. You guys you took a lot of the words out of my mouth, but like, there's some things I wish were a little bit different. I don't love the flowerings on the tits. I think it does block and kind of swallow her up in not the best way. But I understand what she was going for with that, and like I wish the shoes were a little bit different. Like I don't like once that line at the ankle hits, it's
the line, the straight line.
The straight line is kind of like a little funky to me, but like I understand because it's a. And then again with the like little curl that's peeking out, I wish it was a different color, maybe like a white or something, because that would have been like more stark to it. Or I don't know how the green would. Yeah, or I don't know how the lime color would have looked next to like red on the skin as that wig color. Like, yeah. But that was my first thought. But I don't know how that would have like, because it is, and make it more like spiky coming out. But I don't know how that
no wig
looked. Or no wig.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Scores.
75.
85.
77.
Last up, Kerri motherfucking Colby, serving the utmost in confidence on this runway here today.
Girl. I don't know what was up with me yesterday when I watched it. Like I don't know.
Girl.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why when I saw this the first time I was like, I liked it when I saw it the first time, but I didn't love it as much as I do now. Like I'm obsessed with it. Because like the second time I watched it before we started recording, I was like, wait. She ate everyone up with this. It's really good. Yesterday when David was talking about it, he was like, he praised it and all that, and he said that he was gonna give it a full. I was like, what? I thought that was crazy. And then today I'm like, actually, you're right. Like you're right. He kind of ate, and I was wrong, and I'm obsessed. It kind of looks like she's coming. Like I know she's coming out of the flower, the plant, but it kind of also looks like a vagina, and it kind of I like that. It's very.
It feels very like it feels. The colors that she chose also feel like aquatic.
It's yes.
In a way,
it's also
the hair
flag colors.
Yeah.
Like yeah, but then the hair, the shoe.
The
shoes. Her make like literally everything. It's so good. And then she did but also both sides of this theme, which is like the little shop and whore.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "Oh, you said whore? Okay.
Hold my beer."
Body.
I also love that she didn't just do the green color scheme that everybody else went with.
Mm-hmm.
And that it feels really also like an alien planet life form, or like some with like a birth of like some alien goddess like coming out of like
a cocoon. Like the review was like she was like coming, like literally.
I'm walking down the road.
It felt very butterfly in a cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
Very like butterfly, Venus trap, alien cunt in a cocoon.
100%. Like, this felt for the first time like she was Kerri Colby. I'm gonna be honest. This is the first time I said, oh, Kerri Colby has shown up to Drag Race.
Yes.
I'm happy to see Kerri Colby on Drag Race.
This is one of my favorite looks of the season. Like,
this
so
is This is my favorite look of the season so far.
Right now, yeah.
Like, I'm the fashion this season though, and I can't wait for that purple bracket because I know those girls are gonna bring fashion.
I can't wait for Esme Betty.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Alyssa Hunter.
Yes.
I
can't wait
fashion.
For like two very different size. Yeah.
Denali.
Daya.
Yeah. Cuckoo.
And Ginger's there.
Well, Cuckoo, I want to see the confessionals workroom still. I'm not excited for the runway, but she is beautiful.
I'm intrigued to see what Cuckoo's gonna bring on the runway.
I want to see it. I'm ready to be surprised. I'm ready to be surprised. And
that's why I'm like, I am excited. That's why I'm like, I am excited to see what she's gonna wear on the runway.
I'm interested to see what,
for sure.
I am interested to see what Jinx brings. Not Jinx. Why do we keep saying that? Ginger. The edible hit.
Yeah. It's fair.
But
yes.
What Ginger brings, because you know it is her 4th time around. But I'm interested to see. So I'm interested to see like what her runway are, because that's always been the thing that hasn't hit the most with me is her runway package. I mean, she had some looks I liked a lot on her last go around.
Yeah.
So she can like kind of continue that elevation.
And now she has,
even more of it. Because she's also now one of the Vegas Live girls, so like she's got the Vegas Live money too. So no, I love every single bit of this. It's perfection in every possible way, and that's why it's full.
Girl, I retract my statement from last night. Girl, she ate. It's full. Favorite look of the week.
Yes,
Period.
mother.
Oh,
shout out. Clock the Kerri Colby autograph. Period. Yes, mother.
She did what needed to be done. Duh.
Mother. And
8-1 down. Let that sink in.
She certainly did.
Let that sink in.
And in front of her sister. That she didn't know at the time was gonna be her sister.
In front of Chapel Colby.
In front of
exactly.
And that is that on that for this here occasion. So, thank you so much for joining us for this beautiful, lovely Look Over Here episode. Like we mentioned many times in this episode, if you did not check out our episode 5 recap with the dumbest live Perla, make sure to go check that out now. Go check out all of our coverage of All Stars 10, as well as our coverage of Morbid Diagnosis Malditas. We, at the time that this goes out, we will have also dropped our cast assessment for King of Drag. Very excited to be covering King of Drag as well. So
I need to figure out where I can. I need to figure out where I can watch.
We're figuring that out, so don't worry. Otherwise, subscribe, like, and share. Check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, as well as our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here because we got to go be hot to go. So, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Clink, clink, clink.